What's up guys, welcome back to another video and thank you for being here. There is a lot of misconceptions when it comes to micro scalping on MyFundedFutures when you have a MyFundedFutures account, and in the next slides I will show you all the topics that we're gonna talk about in this video. So by the end of this video you make sure you understand fully what micro scalping is and all the other topics that we're gonna talk about in this video. But before we get started, if you like the information that going to be provided in this video, just remember to drop a like on this video because that actually helps the YouTube algorithms. And if you like the content that I present to you on this channel, please consider subscribing and supporting my YouTube channel. And let's get started. So here is our agenda for today's video and what all the topics that we're going to be talking about in this video. What is micro scalping? How to know if you are micro scalping? Because guys, micro scalping is very important and you don't want to be considered as a micro scalper when you're trading MyFundedFutures, because if you're not complying and following their rules, your payouts will get denied from MyFundedFutures, and then you'll come out here and be like, oh, MyFundedFutures is a scam and all of that, while you are not the one who's like following the rules and not reading the rules. So I'm here to give you all this information and to explain to you all of this. And what is the micro scalping versus regular scalping? How can you distinguish between this rabbit hole? Are you on the good side or the micro scalping side? We'll see how that compares. And I'll also give you some examples of micro scalping trades to avoid, so you ensure that you are trading with the rules and your payouts gets approved. So let's go to the next slide here. So this is a quick peek of the 3 top best accounts that I really love from MyFundedFutures. I know they have expert plans, but to me I really like their starter plans. They're really good and they make sense. There's no activation fees and they allow you to trade with good leverage with a little bit of rules to keep in mind to make you a better trader overall. But yeah, these are the 3: 50k, 100k, and 150k from the left to right. So by the end of this video, if you really like MyFundedFutures and micro scalping was one of their rules that you kind of like haven't got the grasp of, or you didn't really understand it fully, by the end of this video you will fully understand it and maybe it will fit you this time and MyFundedFutures would make more sense to you. And if you want to support me, you can use the link down in the description below. With my promo code, it will also give you another additional 5% off these prices. So it will be, instead of the $80, it will be $76 if you want to go for the 50k account, and etc for the other accounts. So let's go ahead and get started. What is micro scalping? Because some people get confused between trading micros, or like Nasdaq micros or Nasdaq E-mini, versus micro scalping. Micro scalping, guys, is the strategy or your way of trading. And as you can see, this is kind of like the technical description of what a micro scalping is, but I will explain it in a real simple way. So basically, guys, when you are trading your setup and you're just aiming for a really small profits, like less than $5 of a move on Nasdaq or S&P, and you're trading a lot, like you may be trading 10 times or 10 setups or 20 or 15 setups a day with those small movements. So that is considered to be micro scalping. And you can pause the video and read the exact terms or the exact description of what micro scalping is, but I just wanted to simply explain it and just break it down to you. So next, how to know if you are micro scalping. So technically there are some key characteristics that you need to look for to identify yourself if you're a micro scalper or not. So technically you got the time, the duration of the trade as a factor. The second factor, you got the profit target, the profit target that you're aiming for, the frequency of how many trades you're placing a day, and your stop loss and take profit. Are they tight? Are you aiming for a small take profit and you're having your stop loss very tight, and all of that? So MyFundedFutures, guys, will consider you as a micro scalper and they will deny your payouts if they see all of your trades or most of your trades are less than 15 seconds when you enter the trade. Also, if you are usually aiming for really small take profit targets like 5 points or a few ticks, and that's not preferred by MyFundedFuture, because you're basically trading negative RR strategies and you're just holding small profits and you're holding for a short amount of time, and that's not preferred by MyFundedFuture, because you're kind of like getting in the work of the slippage and all of that, and the market moves fast sometimes, and it's not really ideal. So yeah, so these are the two main factors, and the other two are high frequency trading, where you place a lot of trades in one day, and when you have like really tight stop loss. I want to mention also something, guys. This does not apply to like trading. This does not apply to when you get in a trade and then the price moves about $20 or $10, and then you put stop loss at break even and the price comes back and take you out at break even. That does not apply in this case. That does not consider to be micro scalping, and you should be fine. So let's move on to the next slide. What is the difference between micro scalping and regular scalping? When do I consider to be a micro scalper, and when do I consider to be a regular scalping and taking regular trades that can be in the green area, and MyFundedFuture will not deny my payout? So regular scalping, guys, is usually when you are aiming for $5 to $10 move on Nasdaq or S&P or whatever you're trading. It's usually 5 to 10 points. On the other hand, micro scalping is considered to be when traders are aiming for less than $5 move on Nasdaq or S&P, or 5 points on whatever instrument you're trading on. So it's really kind of like identified in this red to green zone. And if you don't know what points is on Nasdaq, for example, if the price moves from 19,308 and 50 cents to 19,313 and 50 cents, that is normally a $5 move, or in another word, 5 points. And same thing for ES. I have an ES example, 5,370 to 75. That's a $5 move or 5 points move. So as long as it's above that $5 move or the 5 points, you should technically be fine. I don't get why people would aim for less points than that, but these rules by MyFundedFuture is there to prevent that and to avoid any confusion about this concept. So here are some examples that I want to share with you, and these examples are considered to be micro scalping, and they're gonna have one or the other in terms of duration, or the profit target is gonna either have less than 15 seconds duration time in the trade, or it's going to have less than 5 points of a move on Nasdaq or S&P. Self like to trade Nasdaq a lot, so I'll use Nasdaq as example here. So right here, guys, the price moves from 252 and 50 cents, and you sell at 253. So that's basically 50 cents price movement, or in another word, half a point. So this trading style is prohibited on MyFundedFuture. Second example here, guys, it's kind of like the same. The price moves from 66 and a quarter to 67 and a quarter. That's 1 point. The trade duration was above 15 seconds, but look at this, it's 1 point movement. So that is also not prohibited. It does not apply, guys. So don't get this mixed up. If the price moves $10 to $20 and then you put your stop loss at break even and it comes all the way down or up to take you out at break even, that is not the same thing. Okay, so you have to understand that. So let's go to the next example here. We got 2 more examples and that's all. So here's the next example, guys. The price moves from 308 and 50 cents to 310, which is basically $1.50 of a price movement, or 1.5 points. Also, it's above the 15 seconds time duration, or the trade duration, so you should be fine in that. but the points is not there. The points is not above the 5 points threshold. Therefore, this is considered to be prohibited trading style or trading strategy, that if you're trading that way. The next and final example is very similar, guys. Your trade duration is like 2 minutes and 6 seconds, which is really good, but at the same time the price did not really move a lot. It only moved 1 point from 84.50 cents to 85.50 cents, which does not make sense. So that means you're maybe like trading, let's say for example, in during Asian session, and the price really is not moving, and it took 2 minutes and 6 seconds to move 1 point, and that's not a prohibited trading style. So yeah, that's one other examples of prohibited trading style and what we'll consider to be micro scalping. So here's my final takeaway and my conclusion about this whole micro scalping rule. I see it is very reasonable. It is filtering out all the scammers and all the bad traders. Or also, guys, like, this trading style is not profitable. Like, if you're just aiming for a few ticks or a few points, less than 5 points, it's not profitable, and it's not ideal to keep trading that way. I know you can make a lot of money and accumulate a lot of profits, but over the long run, and for a beginner, someone who's beginner, that's not really ideal, and you will lose more than make profit. So just keep that in mind. And if your trading style or your trading strategy is just like what I explained in the video as a micro scalper, maybe you can think about maybe changing your strategy if you want, of course, to go with your MyFundedFutures and get an account with them. If this is your trading strategy and if this is your trading style, you are more than welcome to go to any other prop firm that does not have micro scalping rule, or simply open your own live account with your own funds. These rules are in place, guys, to protect the prop firm and to protect the company, because at the end of the day, this is a business. They open these prop firms as a business, so they don't want any people to try to get advantage of the slippage, or if the kind of like how the market moves and put you in kind of like slippage or commission and all of that. They don't want anyone trying to scam them and keep farming small profits, less than 5 points, when the price does not really move. And on the other side, they're just like giving you all these payouts and losing money. So they're kind of basically avoiding and kind of filtering out scammers in a way, because as you know, guys, there's a lot of like robots or bots trading out there that can farm you some small profits here and there. I personally don't know of any of these, and I don't know them, but I'm pretty sure there is something like that out there, since there is like trading bots out there. But anyway, this is my final takeaway, guys, on it, and that brings us to the end of the video. I really appreciate every single one of you that made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching through all this video, getting information, helpful information, and I'm glad to help every one of you guys kind of like clarify and explain this strategy or this rule a little bit more better, because I know a lot of people kind of like holds back from buying MyFundedFutures accounts just because of micro scalping, and they have misconception about this rule, and a lot of times this is one of the rules that holds them back from buying an account with MyFundedFutures. So if this is one of you guys, so if this makes sense now, I'm really glad that I helped you out and clarify one of their rules. And for the rest of the people, thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, share this video to someone in need to understand this concept better. And that is all for today's video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.